So guys, I think it's important we realize who is the forces pushing the woke craziness on the world. So this week in the UK, we had Nigel Farage, his bank account was closed by Coutts Bank. Who closed it? It was actually Dame Alison Rose, who apologized and said, we're really sorry for closing your bank, for firstly for me lying. She's told the BBC it was because of financial reasons. It wasn't. It was just for woke reasons because of his political views. She apologized and then refused to open his bank account. So it's an apology, but not really. So it's absolutely insane. And so Dame Alison Rose over there, who was the one who gave the authority to close his bank account for woke reasons. Then you had Bud Light. Bud Light, they've lost 30 billion in value, the Anheuser-Busch. And not just that, they were the #1 beer in America. I don't know where they are now. Massive backlash over what they did. And it was due to a transgender advert with some transgender in it. Who caused it? Who approved that? It was the head of marketing, a lady by Hirschfeld, her name was, and she approved it. She has now been put on leave. Basically, she's going to be fired for what she did, but it doesn't matter. She approved it and they went along with it. Disney, absolute disaster after disaster. They are trying to lose $1 billion as quickly as possible. It's like Brewster's Millions in reverse. So Disney with their Indiana Jones woke remake, absolute bomb. Well, I think their second biggest ever losing movie. Now there's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but 6 of the dwarves are actually normal height, and Snow White isn't actually white. Craziness. Who caused all of this? It's Kathleen Kennedy. She came along when Disney bought Lucasfilms from George Lucas. So he said, George Lucas, go, give me the money. Here, you take this woman. She's amazing. She's brilliant. You take her. So she wokeified all of Star Wars. Made it absolute trash. If anyone's watched it, it's absolute garbage. And she's also been pushing all these woke films. And losing them tons of money, all female Ghostbusters, things like that. Disaster, every disaster, and they still go, and they're still funding them, and it's still going. So I hope we're realizing who is pushing all this wokery. We had obviously Dame Alison Reid for Farage, we had this Hirschfeld for Bud Light, we've got Disney wokery craziness, and we just had the release today of the Barbie movie. Yes, the Barbie movie. An empowering movie, that's their quote. Now, whenever you hear that, you know you're in trouble. So I just read one of the reviews. I would never watch such garbage in a million years, but I read one of the reviews, and basically it said it is the patriarchy is in control and they're really bad and the matriarchy is really good. Basically, that's the plot. It's just woke propaganda. Who is the director? Greta something, another woman, another garbage movie for idiots. And yeah, and this is what we have. So who is pushing all this woke agenda? I'll just leave it to you this way. In the 2020 Biden winning election, if we would have gone by just female votes, 49 out of 49 states would have been Democrat. If we went by just male votes, 47 out of 49 states would have been Republican. So the biggest difference in who's woke and who's not woke is not age, it's not millennial or not millennial, that's not it. It's not in income, it's in gender. And we're seeing it through and through across the board.